Hi, Muffy. Hi, Parvati. Lauren. I'm very well, and you? How are you? In a weird mood. Mm, yeah. It's Virgo season after all, so. Yeah, especially for us that we have like some placements that probably we are a free, I wouldn't say free souls, but probably we are a bit more like on the optimistic side or on the being spontaneous, and Virgo energy always remind us that we have to check the details, that we have to be perfect, that we have to achieve perfection, that there's no mistakes allowed. So it's a very analytical energy. It's something that even it drains you, like, mentally, because you are like, like always like thinking like, oh, am I doing this correct? Like having this sort of like paranoia that probably you never experienced uh, a few weeks ago. Hi, Prisam. No, Virgo season, it's good because sometimes it helps us to focus on tasks or things that we have to like really like go deep and review, um like to build a sort of like to-do list, to be organized, to be like, to go through our matters and like give it some order, but like really put in the effort, not like thinking through, going through everything and being like, okay, am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? Like, very, very organized, not so rushed and flashy, or no, just a bit, being a bit more modest. Probably Virgo energy is like being a bit modest and like being good at also multitasking, because let's not forget that Virgo is ruled by Mercury. So you have to be pendant of everything. So that's the feeling of being like too self-aware, probably. um and if you are surrounded by people that are Virgo or have that energy or placements, it's probably because you need some order in your life, or probably you are a bit messy about your matters of your life. So these people are in your life to teach you how to be more organized, or how to be perfect. For me, perfection is an illusion, just like the illusion of having the control. But for them, it's necessary, and if they see a mistake, they are going to point it out. um, Probably getting a lot of criticism, you know but yeah, we have to deal with that. We are just starting, so we have to deal with that. Sorry guys, I'm going to change my mate because it got stuck and I cannot drink it. I'll be right. Hello guys, I'm back. I'm back. So, any news, guys? Any something interesting happened this week? I have been missing a lot of content because I've been really busy. Hello, happy weekend. Is there something happening with Mercury or what lately? Standard retrograde communications management. Yeah, there must be something going on. Yeah, hope. I definitely believe that there's something going on. Because I don't know. I think that there's some tension in the air regarding communication. So for us, people that we are a bit more spontaneous, it's very hard to actually like watch out. Like there's a sense that we are like saying the same things, or probably we are communicating what we think or feel, and somehow the receptor is very like on the defense. And yeah, Virgo season is not helping, obviously, but we will go through this, and we will make it, guys. We will make it. But yes, I understand. There's a lot of like criticism. I believe that there's like a lot of criticism. It's as if you cannot be yourself because you're going to get criticized anyway. But you can take those critics to grow, or to change a few things, maybe to analyze yourself or your life. Not to take it personally if it doesn't like resonate with you, or if you do not feel like it represents you. It's about also about that, about having like self-awareness that okay, maybe this person is showing me something that I'm not seeing. And two is like you take it if it comes from a source that is going to help you evolve, or grow or expand. But it's if it is just to get criticized, I think that you should, like, just let it pass. B and Jenny Pick got B and Jenny Pics got leaked more pics. Hmm. Hmm. I don't know if it's Photoshop or something. It's weird. Hello, Taylor. This is Zach who ruined Lucas has made a new account and the target is Young Young. Oh my god. They said hacker has hacked Jenny phone, so they leaked the photo from the phone, but I don't know whether it's true or not. Don't trust me. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay, Prisan. I think that I seen some pictures, and yeah, there seem to be like yes, gotten from someone's dispositive, or um I don't know, phone, or whatever it is. I don't know, guys. I think that it's weird. It's weird, but yeah, they keep coming. So, but I'm glad they are not making like a huge statement about that. Um, but I don't know. NCT 127 Comax promo with Macy. Yeah, but I cannot wait to hear the song, actually, NCT of 127. Yes, I've been following, like, I've been getting a lot of notifications of their Instagram, and I know they're promoting a lot. The account is active, but yeah, there it's very random, because they were like a few days ago it was about the comeback, now it's about something else. So, but I'm happy to see them. If they're happy, I'm happy, and they are working. So let's be happy. But yes, I understand. I don't know much about comeback promos, to be honest, but I cannot wait. Like, I'm really excited. I honestly think it's hype and YG knows marketing. It reminds me of what SM did to Girls' Generation. Notice how this is happening during Blackpink contract negotiation period. GD shading Jenny and B. That man need to meditate. Oh, this he forgot to take his fruit juice. Um, yeah, it's just that um, I don't know. I think that I would be happy if they were dating, actually. Like, I think that it's an interesting match. I would have never thought about Jenny and that BTS member, for example. Let's get philosophical since we are here, and I'm not a Sagittarius, but my Jupiter is in my first house, so I'm very the Lulu when I want to. So let's let's discuss this. Um, for example, but not in the purpose of shipping, of course. We are being like imaginative here. Which BTS member would you think that it would make sense to be dating someone like Jenny, for example? Would it be B or would it be someone else? For you, in your perception, we're talking about your individual perception. We are discussing here. There's no right or wrong. Because let's talk about them. If they are huge, they are successful, they are beautiful, and we love them. So, here we can discuss this freely. All my contracts for school and work were delayed, and I had to follow up all of them carefully and intently to push them through. Yes, Hope, I understand. Yes, the confusion. Um, but you are going to make it. Hope, just, one task at a time. Keep the order. I know it's difficult for us that we are a bit like all over the place, our energy. Let's learn from this. We are going to survive this. Please just take it slow. I love that I'm very Lulu when I want to. No, it's just that um it's good to hear someone's point of view, and we here we are very close, like in the sense that we can have different points of view, but we really learn from each other. So I love to hear, like, your opinions also. That's what I was telling people that came to the live the other day, that we were talking about dating rumors, and they were like, "Oh, who do you know that is dating in this group, in this?" And it wasn't about that. It's just like sometimes I bring out a subject of conversation, or we discuss something, and we just have fun, but always very respectfully towards the idols. That's why when I say the Lulu mode, is not that we are assuming nor denying nor stating that we know something about this. I haven't pulled cards, so it's not that like talking about them. A Capricorn and a Capricorn is an interesting match. Yeah, yeah. Hmm. And it's a bit interesting because actually the last time that Jenny, well, not the last time, the the um the first time she got dating rumors, it was with the Capricorn as well. So definitely there could be like something with Jenny and Capricorn males. Um I don't know, probably because Capricorn males tend to be very, very assertive. So probably, and they do not get intimidated with beauty and status, and they are very handsome themselves. So I don't know, probably for someone like Jenny, if B was also like something like, yeah, it would create a sort of pattern, Kai is a Capricorn and B is a Capricorn, so mm, mm-hmm. So I'm seeing a pattern there. But also, let's not forget that usually, from what I noticed in South Korea, like idol system, it seems like Capricorn idols, male and female, they tend to be the most popular. Um, so I sometimes, if I have to say, oh, it's about astrology, I don't. Yeah, it could be, but sometimes maybe it has to do with that there are a lot of like Capricorn idols that they are very popular and people just follow them, and they just shine, and they have they stand out of if they are in a group, for example. um which is interesting because here in for example, in my country, or in my where I live, like in Latin America, Capricorn, sometimes we stand out for different reasons, for achievements, for example. But when it comes to like charisma and personality, and I don't know, we are not the most popular. We are a power force, yes, but we are not like the most popular sign. Um, I think she reaches for emotional stability. Yeah, it makes sense. Yes. It's interesting because I feel like Capricorns could not fulfill her emotional Scorpio moon needs. Who knows? Maybe B is more emotional than the regular Capricorn then. Yeah, it's just that B has a lot of Capricorn. He's a Capricorn, Capricorn Mars, Mercury and Mars, and he has um an Aries moon. So I think he can be emotional, but probably he doesn't find the way out to express it because he lacks water. He doesn't have water placements. So he's all about action and results and going and going and keep going and keep going and keep going and achieving the goal, and sometimes maybe to pay attention to his emotional needs, he gets a bit like he needs someone that probably has a lot of water energy around him so they can like encourage him to get in contact with all the things that probably he had been feeling and not expressing. Hey Samaram, B looks done with fame. He been living in his farm away from celeb life. Yeah, yeah. It's just that I think that when people want to assume like they know you and that they know that what's best for you, and I think that he is the kind of guy that he will not let you tell him what to do. And if you tell him, like I always tell this about tape, I say this from an energetic level, from astrology and my tarot readings. I do not claim to know these people. Um, but I think that probably he's very rebellious at heart. He's very, very generous. He's very loving. When he loves you very much. He's very honest, very straightforward. But I think that he knows he has boundaries in the sense that he has like a very strong sense of self. So he knows when he doesn't like something. So probably, and he just doesn't hide it. He can be cold when he wants to. He will just stare at you in a way, and you will know that he is not. And probably he can be calm. He can be like very relaxed and very focused. And actually, people think that he's mad or something, or that he's bored, or that he's upset. And actually, no, he's just being himself. It's just that probably people love to be entertained. People love to see the goofy side of idols, like them being really talkative, very loud, very childish, like having these very childish moments. And maybe B does have that, but for him, he has that, but he also has another side that it's very um it seems like it's very serious. So when he doesn't want to talk, he doesn't talk. Or when he doesn't want to, like, he just does what he wants and what he feels in the moment. So if he feels like staying still and not saying anything, it's because he feels like it. There's no like hiding purpose, or like he's not hiding something. I don't think B is the kind of guy that will hide something unless he feels very insecure or actually a bit attacked by his surroundings. And this is something that probably being famous is something that somehow they learn the hard way to not be so open about themselves, not being so like willing to share what you think, or because some people don't want to hear what you think, especially when it comes to these people that claim that they know you, or that because they watched all your interactions or all your videos, they think that they know you. So, it's like, oh, please always be this way because I think that you are this way. And I think that all idols, BTS, and all the rest of the groups, they are like slowly like getting into their more mature years. This doesn't mean that they are old, they are just getting more mature and they are changing. And some people don't like when their idols change, because it's like, oh no, I want you to be the same as you were in 2013. And no, no. We are in 2022. So, and let's not forget that he is a key element in BTS because he is a very strong image in BTS. This is the reason why he doesn't need to say that much, because actually he does have an identity of his own. Yeah, it's a lot of energy, earth energy. He has a lot of earth energy, but also his moon in Aries is what probably makes you a bit like unstable when it comes to his reactions, because that moon in Aries is also very cardinal. It's very bossy. So probably he is always in conflict with himself. Like, probably you are talking very well with him, and all of a sudden he can get upset or he can close off because of something. I don't know. And people, if people are so eager to analyze his every move because of his body expression or his body language, they will always think that he's upset, and he's not upset. He's just being himself. Um, but yeah, Aries, Aries moon. There's always something about anger. Expressing your anger. Um, in an emotional way. So it's a bit contradictory. It's a bit contradictory, and also Capricorn energy is very. I won't say stable, but it's like we want to maintain a sort of image, so we don't allow ourselves to go that like all the way, like, oh, I'm going to tell you, but I think that B also has a Sagittarius rising. I believe that I read somewhere or I listened to someone's birth chart analysis of B, and they also think um that he has a Sagittarius rising. So probably that's the reason why he's so spontaneous, and that he can really surprise you, that actually he does have a very happy side. It's just that these are very different energies in him, and well, he is a whole character in himself. Yeah, reminds me of how people reacted to Geno and Mina dating rumors. uh who is Mina? Rim. I don't know about who's Mina. They can let go of his young innocent image, but like is it's too bad some fans don't want idols to grow. Many of the idols are of dating image are of dating or married age, both males and females, and that's healthy. Yes, of course. Mm-hmm. Oh, twice Mina. Oh, yeah. I think that Genu is a very handsome guy. I think that he's also like someone that I always say he's not my bias. He probably is my bias of NCT Dream. Um, but I definitely think that that guy he could be a good like boyfriend material, because well, he's a Taurus. Um, but I don't know, maybe because he is very handsome, he's working with his image and with his beauty. So probably yes, like to actually, he will have to deal with that. With sometimes being handsome or being someone very attractive, guys. People think that, oh, it must be nice to be you because you're so good looking, or because you're beautiful, or because you seem perfect physically. But when it comes to personal relationships, sometimes it's hard to actually like find someone that you are like, okay, like I want to be in a healthy relationship with this person, like, and find like a true connection, and not just someone that is with me because of my looks. Handsome people, beautiful people, they also have their insecurities. It's just that they have a sort of like package that you don't, that you have the perception that because everything is so beautiful and harmonized in them from the outside, that they do not struggle internally. Thing is, the fans can choose whether they want Jenna to be an adult or sexualize him, or they want to give him a baby. It's nonsense. He Taurus with Sagittarius moon, that's a Casanova right there. But he can also be really funny. Very funny person, very funny. The kind of guy that, probably if you are not like in a commitment or in a committed relationship with him, but he is the kind of guy that he's very laid back when it comes to emotions, in the sense that he can be very optimistic emotionally. Like probably he will not be very picky or very like, strict with what he's looking for in a partner. Actually, he can be much more open-minded than other people when it comes to, this is why I think that probably for Geno, and this is my perception, of course, um, and because of his energy, probably he's the kind of guy that he would could possibly date someone that is very different from him. Someone, either a foreigner or someone that is not as gracious or considered as beautiful as people would be like, oh, I think that Geno could date this sort of person. I think that Geno is very particular in that sense, that if he has fun with that person and if that person makes him feel like happy, content, and excited, and it's a good partner that actually he can have fun with, he can develop feelings for that person. And it's not necessarily like it's all about looks, or he can actually date someone that is not very conventional in their looks or their appearance, someone different. And I do think that the fans would be like, yeah, very very like judgmental about that, because I've seen that, some people being like, when they find out that an idol is dating a certain person and they see this person's face, they start to judge. They are like, oh, but he or she is dating this person that is not that handsome, or this person is not that. And no, because actually, like I told you the other day, guys, if you date an idol, probably if you remove the makeup, the everything that they have on, also the outfits and everything, they're just regular people like you and I. So when they are like, oh, but they are dating someone that is not that pretty, or he's not that handsome for her, like you have to consider like what's your perception of beauty, because if you think that beauty is what is being sold in the medias, then you need to actually get out and meet real people, because we all have our makeups or our accessories or the way we do our hair. Everything is a compliment to what we are, but sometimes it's also a mask. Like only the people that live with us, that wake up with us, know how we are barefaced. So idols have bareface as well. This is Sagittarius and natural comedians. Every reading for him says he got anger issues. Yeah, it's just that he keeps it in, um and for long, and then he explodes. Jero's anger issues comes out every time he wants to beat up Hechan wherever he doesn't annoy him. Thing is, though, he has a Taurus in Aries. Taurus, Taurus in Mars, I mean, Yeah, Taurus in Mars, it works really slow, but actually when they get upset, move, run. Also, Geno has a bunch of Aries energy too. Yeah, I believe his Mercury. His Mercury and his Venus is in Aries. Yeah, he's like he has a lot of earth and fire energy. Yes. Yes. It's just that he's very similar to Tay, to BTSB. But since he is a Taurus, he can be patient enough with himself to actually like because Taurus energy is always beautiful. So even though he can be struggling or he can have a few issues, there will always be a sort of like beauty in his processes. But of course he can get upset, and actually yes, he's beautiful, he's very like attractive, but he also has that energy available. And since he is a moon in Sagittarius, probably he has a lot of controversial opinions. So he can look like he's really chill, but sometimes he must have his moments of being very blunt and actually like having some opinions that are a bit like too much. I don't know if he, maybe because of his idol status, he doesn't like there's, I don't know if there's recordings of that, or if people like fans actually had caught him like saying something, some really harsh things. But every once in a while, Sagittarius energy, they tend to be brutally honest. So, yeah, don't get fooled by the Sagittarius optimistic and bubbly side. They also speak the truth. Of course, that it's their perception of truth, but I mean, they can also be like aggressive if they want to. Like, then they will move on and eventually they will change subjects, but they have some controversial statements that very harsh truths. I don't know if some people has got like actually Geno having these opinions or suddenly like saying something. That conceal don't feel nonsense is not going to work. Huh? Oh, we can be brutal. Yeah. Yeah. Even sometimes it's not intentional, but yeah, I have a few opinions of Sagittarius. Yeah, me always causing trouble. It's my got drama with my opinions. Yeah. Yeah. It's just that what's in my case what's frustrating about Sagittarius truth delivery is that you don't expect it, because probably we are just, I don't know, having fun, we are talking about something, and all of a sudden they drop the bomb, and you're like, did this person roast me? Like, you're like a bit shook. You're like, um yeah, it's a bit like, you don't understand, because you're like, oh, but you were just telling a joke just now. Like, I don't, where did this come from? But oh well. Yeah, you just want to slide the honesty there right there. But it that's the reason why I think that it's brutal, not brutal because it's meant to hurt you, but it's like you don't see it coming because it's like in the middle of a very spontaneous conversation, and then there's the word, the yeah, it's just that they try for so long to be that sort of positive energy for others. Sagittarius has a very difficult task to light up the mood. When you have a lot of people that are always like talking about what's negative, what's lacking, what's not okay, about what their own desires, oh, I want this. For example, if you see the free fire signs, Aries talking about their anger issues and yelling at people. Leo always looking at themselves and adoring themselves in front of a mirror and talking about how awesome they are and talking about themselves. And then you have Sagittarius that, yes, Sagittarius is like, yes, I'm having fun with you guys. Yes, I'm going along with you. Yes, you are, yeah. Yeah, they get into that friend kind of vibe, they adapt. But in their mind, this is why we say that Sagittarius is like they have the escapism, the escapist, the runaway kind of energy, because they are so like pair up with these other fire signs that they always are in competitiveness with others, or they're always fighting others. So for Sagittarius to use their fire potential as well is to run, to move on to the next best thing, to always have something to aim for. This is why they have the arrow, to always like, okay, let's shoot at something different, because here I'm getting bored of people like being too into themselves, of people being too much into drama, or people talking too much about themselves, and people being victims. And like, yes, I'm listening to you, I'm nodding, I'm smiling, but my energy is like, my energy wants to be free of this. I want to go somewhere where no one knows me and I can start all over, instead of being, for example, like a Scorpio energy, and being like, okay, I'm going to tell you that you are an awful person, and I'm going to end our relationship here, and I'm going to transform myself and create a new life for me. Sagittarius is not that. It's not that their energy is going to, it's not made to break things. This is why when they say harsh truths, then eventually they act like they didn't say anything, because it's not their intentions to end relationships or to hurt people or to modify something in that person. It's just their point of view. It doesn't mean that they are like the beholders of the truth. It's just that sometimes they say it with so much naturality that you are like, wow, I didn't expect that from you. It's like when they shoot the arrow. When they shoot the arrow, they go straight to your neck. They have that. They have that. And they also can get upset, just like the other fire signs. Just that the other fire signs are very, um, they are very overwhelming with their energy. So somehow it's like, oh, that they have like the potential to be aggressive. But with Sagittarius, it's very different, because Sagittarius is very eager to meet new people and be friends, and be spontaneous and being funny, so somehow this is why I think that sometimes Sagittarius reminds me a bit of Pisces, or Pisces reminds me a bit of Sagittarius, because since they both are ruled by Jupiter, they have this sort of like optimistic and also very dreamy kind of energy that sometimes they are like very angelic, but not in the innocent way, just in the playful way. You know that you're like, oh, this they are so fun, they are great people, and all of a sudden, yeah, like they say and do a few things that remind you that they are a fire sign and that they have the potential to burn you if they want to. Just that for them to get upset, it takes a while. It takes a while. And probably if they hurt you or if they said something to you, they regret it later, and they act like they have amnesia and they don't remember what they said. I'm always running away. Hi, Kuromi. Rather than angry when it comes to Aries, they have more of childish energy. Leos haven't changed, though they will come into chat talking about something that centers them. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes Sagittarius people, they um, they also tend to get upset with themselves because they also are sometimes get tired of being the nice guy, or being the positive guy, you know. Sometimes they get frustrated with themselves, and they start lashing out at people because they are so tired, because it seems like people, we all rely on Sagittarius energy to keep going. um we all need Sagittarius energy around us, but sometimes we take for granted what Sagittarius does for us, or what Jupiter energy or Sagittarius placements do for us. They are the ones that make the lame jokes, or that, laugh, and invite us to these very quirky kind of games, and yes, a bit childish, but they enable us to be fun, to be wild, to be adventurous. And when you tell them something, they are always like light up for you. They congratulate you. They're like, "Oh, this is great!" They always have this very beautiful smile for you. They are always excited about something new. But sometimes they get tired of that. They get tired of being that optimistic person. They have the dark moments as well. They have their dark moments, and this is why we shouldn't like take Sagittarius people energy for granted, and like being like, oh, they are just okay because they are smiling. Sometimes Sagittarius do struggle a lot, a lot, because for them even to accept that they have issues, it's not easy. So we should be kind always to them and not take for granted that energy that they exude, that they will always be like that, because they get tired sometimes. Son from the Boys is on temporary hiatus. Yeah, Parvati, I read. Yes, I read. I didn't want to read that much because, I know that Eric is back at South Korea. He was seen at the airport, but the other day I did rant about my frustration of not knowing much about Eric, and then a week after that, pictures of him came out, and I was happy because he attended the Boys LA concert. And now we have Sonu on hiatus because of, yes, health issues, but actually in this case of Sonu, we know the what the health issues are about. I think that it's because of an injury. I think that it is his neck or his back that probably had been like chronically like hurting or like in pain. Like I'm sure a lot of members are feeling like that because they had been working a lot. But yes, I read that he's on hiatus, so that's why I'm like, there's something about the management. There's something changed since they something changed when I don't know how to say it in English, because I don't think that they changed companies, but there's like, I know they meshed with other company. But yes, I'm talking about their actual company. That I think that since that happened, um even the boys are like styling like they used to have very luxurious wardrobe, like very uh custom made, for each one of them. They would always look awesome, and now they look like they always are on street clothes in their MVs. So um I don't know what's going on there. Yeah, the company is working them like dogs. Yes. Yeah, emerge. Yeah, Kuromi emerge. mm, Yeah, I think that there's some conflict of interest in there. Um, to be honest, I think that in the case of Eric, and this is my perception. This is I'm not like saying that I know, because I don't know, but I think that, like I mentioned in my life, I think that what actually was very strange for me is that they stated that he was going to be on hiatus because of a health issue, but they never stated what health issue it was about. Like I mentioned, I don't need to know details nor medical records of what is it. But I was like, okay, but what happened? Is it physical? Is it mental? Like, what kind of health? Because health related things are very broad. So I don't know. I was a bit like suspicious of that. Um, and now that he's coming back, and we've seen pictures of him, and he looks fine, like on the outside. I mean, like I was like, yeah, it could be stress, but um, I think that there could be like a sort of conflict of interest, like, them reading something about their contract, or something about their conditions, and actually Eric not being like, probably he has people around him that can, like, sort of like advise him, and he could like be like, I read this and I don't agree to this, or there's something about this that I don't agree on, or we should review this, or the company should review this, because I don't know, I'm not coming back until you review this. I don't know, something happened in there. I think that it has to do with the conflict of interest, something like that. They sacked their head creative directors from some higher up yes, that has no qualifications. Something will happen with YB Yang Yang too. They barely gave any details. It's frustrating. Yes, Kuromi. Yes, it is, and I'm I follow the boys. Like, I consider myself a Joby, but I'm not an expert. Like, I'm not. I think like I could be like a baby Joby, because I don't know much about. I know about the story. I have watched a lot of their content, but probably there are some Jobbies that know about this more than me. But this is my perception as someone that probably, like, I want them to do great, but somehow something happened. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know how to explain it, because obviously we are not supposed to know, like, discussions, and all those bureaucratic stuff that we don't know about, also that we are their work ethics and culture is very different from us. So I cannot judge nor say like, oh, I think that is this issue. But um I don't know. I just have a lot of a very strong connection with Eric, especially. um I love all Eric is not my bias, but I think that probably because Eric is like he has very similar placements to mine, in the sense that he's a Capricorn with a moon in Scorpio. So there's something about him, but also he's a very different Capricorn. I mean, we are very different, but I'm thinking like he's a very ambitious guy. I think that Eric, and he's also the magnet. So, but he's also someone that is very intelligent, and I believe that he has connections as well. I noticed that he has connection with other artists, especially with Western artists, since he can speak English. He's a very intelligent, like he's always looking to expand his connections and his possibilities. And when he is part of the voice, he blends in. He does his thing. But I know that he's someone that he wants to make a career for himself. Like he's not just the standard idol. I think that he can do much more. And I see him like being very ambitious, like him like being the youngest, but it's like, okay, I'm the magnet, but I am no fool. Like he probably, he I don't know, he knows about law, or he has some advisors, or maybe it's his mom, his family, his friends. He's also hanging out with people that have been in the industry for a while. So he knows people, he knows industry. So I think that, and I always perceive him as being very ambitious. So it's very weird to see, and also a guy very energetic and very healthy, very proactive. So to see someone like that going on hiatus, I was like, you know, in the case of Sonu, we know that Sonu is an Aries. He's a very hardworking guy. I bet that he probably had been hurting for a while, and he refused to actually, like take a moment, because Aries doesn't stop. So he probably was a bit stubborn, and he probably didn't want this hiatus, and probably he's not comfortable with this hiatus. But his body is talking, just like probably all the members' bodies are talking about how exhausted they are. So in this case, I can definitely see Sonu being like somehow forced to stop because of his hurt. Was supposed to go was supposed to go on a show in Thailand by 10, but he dropped out last minute for personal issues. No explanation, and today he dropped a cover video messaging on Bubble Fine. Oh. Even one Lena member is sitting out of Europe tour. The schedule in US tour was a mess. Eric is such a December Capricorn. Let's not forget the way people treated him over COVID. Sonu is a sixth house sun, so it really shows the length of how much they are overworked. Yeah, it's just that that's what I was telling Kuromi. Like um I noticed that yes, people were really mean to him because of the COVID situation. I noticed that. Yes. But I was like okay, you can be hurt by some comments, but actually a lot of idols got backlash for different things, and they show themselves after a few weeks or months, and but going on hiatus, it's a bit extreme. And actually, like, we haven't had any update. There was like a silence around this. you know um I don't know, I'm very suspicious overall. I'm very suspicious. uh but I hope he comes back. I hope. But I think that he is a guy that probably he is. I think that probably he must like be like considering his options. Because he is a grown up, and Eric has different life experiences. Outside of Korea and Korean entertainment. So he could be going through a sort of transformation. Where he is like evaluating, like, does this lifestyle is for me? Is this lifestyle for me? Is this what I want now, or do I want something else? I think that he and a lot of idols actually must have this like moment of, okay, like I'm happy. It's not about the members, it's not about the fans, it's not about, it's probably because sometimes you want different things. Weeks or months? How about a year in hiatus? Weeks, months, hiatus seems so. Yes, yes, exactly, Rim. Yes, I know what you mean. Yeah, but at least, in the case, if you're referring to Lucas, at least you have his Instagram updates. That lets you know there's a message in his updates. There's like a hidden message, of course, but the pictures are a message. The pictures are a message. Like I told you, there's a pattern of, the pictures that he shows. There's a lot of water in the background, a lot of water. So there's like a lot of emotions, a lot of like, oh, nostalgia, a lot of mix of emotions. But also trying to come to peace with how you're feeling, like, and not get so agitated or so sad about it. But okay. And not to mention, he's been working since the age of 16. He's 21 now, and it's the first break they gotten. You mean Sonu Kuromi? Or, well, they are the Magnet line, both of them. Oh, Sonu too, yeah. It's just that, you know, I always tell you that you have to watch Capricorn and Aries idols, and in groups or individuals, because they usually are the ones that somehow break the mold, or are like, okay, I want to do something different, and it does affect the group, yes. So it's not intentional to actually like, oh, I want to leave, or I want to like be on my own. It's more about the need to like self actualization, the need to, okay, like, I want to try something for myself. I want to do something different. um if you notice, there's always like some Capricorn member in some group that stand out, or that they actually have like very strong goals, or Aries idols also, that are like, okay, I will stay in the group, but let me do my thing, because I cannot, like, maybe if you have a bunch of Aquarius people, and this is not to generalize and say that this is for all, because it, a sun sign is not just the who you are or the energy, it's a bit more complex. But probably if you have a lot of Aquariuses or Aquarius energy, they tend to adapt to the group. They are like, okay, yes, I will come when you need me, and yes, the group, and yes, or Libra people, for example. Libra are all about the others. But when you have Capricorn, Aries people, and sometimes when you have Scorpio also people, they tend to be the ones that are like, okay, I want to start something new here, that it doesn't have anything to do with the group, but I need to break free, like, you know or I want to use my popularity to, I don't know, sign with a different brand, or I want to sell my own things. They are always in this sort of like independence, like, oh, I am my own image, and I want to use my popularity for other things outside the group, the image that I portray in the group. And it's business mentality as well. I feel like due to Eric's hiatus too, Sonu has been having a break. Sonu has been having to break his back covering the missing member. So I think it's gotten to him at the point, and and that makes me sad at the thought of it. Hmm. Yeah. It's just that, when I did the reading for the boys, that the first card, I believe that it was the Five of Cups, that it was about grieving, about feeling the loss, that not everything is lost, of course. They are going to have a brand new beginning. But in the meanwhile, the absence or the feeling of losing someone, it doesn't matter if that person comes back or not, but the feeling of, in the moment, being like you lost and it's someone that was there and now it's not, it does make you like your body can adapt, but sometimes your mind and your heart can feel a bit complex about that, and a bit like uncomfortable and a bit like sad, and having like this sort of like roller coaster of emotions, like, that's why all the cards that I got, they were all about emotions. They weren't about, oh, we are losing money here, because they didn't get any cards of pentacles. Actually, they got cards of cups. So there's something about the the bond. Something happened that truly hurt them. But I don't want to speculate. It's just my opinion, and I'm not like an expert, but like we always talk here, like whenever I'm ranting about this, it's because I feel like something is off, and I cannot, like, I don't know why I'm getting so suspicious. I don't know, and I cannot let it go. So maybe someday we will hear some details or not. I don't know, but just remember my ranting, just in case, just in case. But I'm happy he's back in Korea. We saw him, like, and that son is having the rest that he needs. Like I tell you, when you go through some kind of health related, like, some part of you that is hurting, or some kind of unfortunate like accident or something like that. Your body is talking to you. It's like asking you to stop. Stop a bit. Let's rest. So if he gets a proper rest, I'm happy. How long has Eric hiatus been going on? Is it 7 months? Is it 7 months? I don't remember. The obvious have been suspecting that something must have happened on the company because the members have been emphasizing the hard time they've been having recently. Yeah, it's that, and of course that we know that they cannot say anything. So of course that they are going to say like, oh yes, we're having hard times because we have been working a lot, but you are there for us, so we will cheer up, we will be better, we will be working hard to be better, but yes, because they cannot talk about those things. They cannot, guys. And it's not that they are hiding something, it's just that it's part of the job. You cannot address certain things. um this is why when fans talk to them and communicate with them in different platforms, and they are, oh, but he said this and she had this, and sometimes, yeah, guys, there are things that, yes, they can be honest about details, certain details, but they cannot be honest about the nature of their contracts or their work, because there are some things that are not meant to be said. 7 months. Uh-huh, yes. Mm-hmm. 7 months, yes. But yeah, we're glad that we saw pictures of him. He's okay. He went to see the boys' concert. He was there to see them. So, it's not like he is separated from everything that is boys related or group activities related. So some members said that they met Eric while they were in LA. So, there's this sense of like, it's not that Eric is like separated from the group. There's a but I think that probably, yeah, we just have to wait and see. What's serious is even Jujon says he wants to rest. This is crazy. Hi, poor Jujon. Poor Jujon, our center. Jujon, I love Jujon so much. His moon in Leo is like, I love to see him. I think that he is the guy that, for me, he is the face of the boys, like not in the sense that they are all visuals, but Jujon is the center for me. Jujon is like you go to him, you expect him to be in the middle, you expect him, you're waiting for him. Yeah, you guys at least got sightings of him. Here's there, and his presence is acknowledged. Exactly, Rim. Yes, I know what you mean. Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean compared to Lucas' situation. Yes, I know. Hi, Eva. Yeah, the member says he cheers for them in the GC when they perform. Ah, yes, I love that. I love that. I know they're going to be great. I love him. I love him. Yes, yes. I'm thankful for him. Um, I'm jealous because compare Lucas, he's a very Voldemort at this point. No, yeah, I know. I know, Rim. It's just that that company, that company, I think that it's seriously to punish the fans. Honestly, I think that it's to punish the artist and the fans. Like, oh, okay, like, oh, you wanted this, okay. I think that is a strategy. It doesn't make any sense. I think that is a strategy. It's sad, but I think that I said it at some point in some readings, but I don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't know. I know it's been so long. It's been a year already. Hasn't been a year already. And he was so popular. Lucas is so popular. Like, oh, and China involvement is a hard button. Oh my god, a year and a month. Oh my god. I think voice management is merge or change their company name. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I missed Cracker. I always call them Cracker. I used to call them Cracker and it's Cracker. Cracker. Yeah, but I think that in Lucas' situation, it could have been handled better. But you know, they just love to make fans suffer. I don't know. I think that it's about that. It's intentional. There's like some marketing here, obviously. Oh, surprisingly, we are getting NCT 2022. So their company cannot afford it. Mm, yes. Never seen a situation like this over anonymous rumors. There's more going on. Yes, exactly. Mm-hmm. Exactly, Rim. Because even like anonymous rumors that were really heavy or were even confirmed, they didn't take that long to actually like bring back the idol in question. Like no Wavy's comeback, even Spa comeback is pushed to next year. Oh, now that Eva is here, let's talk about Blackpink. I noticed someone told me that they won an award. I know that Lisa won an award. I saw her, but Blackpink won an award at the BMAs. Oh, that's cool, Parvati. And I agree. I think that we shared this on Discord that yeah, a lot of people can be like a bit like on the defensive about Blackpink like winning awards or actually being like, oh, I don't like uh Pink Venom, I don't like this, and but I'm just happy they are back, and I am not a Blink. Like I'm happy that the girls are back. That I actually like the song. At first, I was a bit like, oh, this, but now I'm used to it, and actually I listen to it every once in a while. Um, but I'm happy. They definitely have the power. So I think that we should celebrate that, even though we are not fans. And also like someone mentioned, I don't know if it was a Spirit, I believe, or I don't know who was it that mentioned that we as female also should like recognize and congratulate Blackpink for the trajectory and their influence. That it's not just about the pretty boys or the popular guys. Sometimes women in K-pop, they work probably not only as hard as the males, they probably work harder, and they go through a lot of things to stay, to actually like to succeed or to actually make it. So we should like applaud a female, that is doing great in their field. So even though we may not be like, the fans, yeah, but we should congratulate that Blackpink is back. in that the four members are together despite of all the opinions and stuff. Sometimes some people do get very on the defensive when it comes about other groups accomplishments. It's like when it's someone's specific accomplishments, it's like they always are like, oh, but they are not like the others that won another award. And it's like, we're not talking about others, we are talking about the girls that got an award or recognition tonight. Like, it's not just to compare, nor it's not always about your favorites, and I don't know, it's frustrating. Oh, Metaverse, like in one Metaverse Awards. The Metaverse thing, but the group of the year went to BTS. Metaverse performance collab. Blackpink upcoming comeback is having parental advisory in their album. I don't know, but link share it. I'm not a fan. I'm not a big. I do like Lisa Lato because the music isn't for me. Plus, their fans say big up, Blackpink, Jenny, my girl. I think I love her. Have you heard of it? Yeah, we were talking about that AI at the beginning. What's your opinion about that AI? Yes, guys. I just like, I don't know why people always like compare, like, oh, they can be successful in their own right and they have the influence. So, what's so triggering about these females? Actually, yes, they probably have a comeback every 2 years, but when they come back, they are successful. So, let's hand them that, the recognition. It's like, I don't understand why when it comes to males, and this is not to sound feminist nor anything, but I think that we should like applaud another females, like for doing their thing. That this is also about, about being influential. That yes, maybe they release an album every 2 years, but here they are. So instead of criticizing what's lacking, what is not good, what it's, or compare them to others. Oh, these have done more, or these have done better. You know, I just don't understand. I don't understand the unnecessary hate. The unnecessary hate. There are rumors about Blackpink collaborations with Taylor Swift and Drake. I don't believe a lot of rumors. Well, Taylor Swift was seen actually dancing to Pink Venom, and that was amazing. Because yeah, like just enjoy the girls. Like, we probably are not, like I said, we are not blinks, we are not part of the fandom, but the girls did great, and they were invited. So you know it's funny to see armies be in denial about the dating rumors. Yeah, it's just that people want to be in denial when it suits them. When it's like um for their benefit. Like, I think that I don't know. It's just that the that industry, just like any entertainment, there's a lot of rumors. There's a lot of like, things in the middle that we don't know about. We only got a few glimpses, and every time they come out, they are very confusing for us as the public. But yes, we can hope for the best for the people involved. Um, and actually, from my perspective, I'm glad that it's Jenny and B, because what differentiate the most outside of them being really popular is their temper, and their non-flexibility to accepting people BS, in the sense that you can like criticize them all you want, but they will not give you the place or the right to bring them down, because they exude that power, that ownership of themselves. So you can criticize all you want, but you will never get to them. Of course, they are human and they get affected by criticism just like we all do. But I think that what bothers people the most is that they don't have that sort of like, I don't know, sensitive kind of image where you see them like, oh, they are affected by this. They feel sorry about this. They feel apologetic by this. When no, they don't feel apologetic, or probably if they feel bad, they will not accept it. They will not accept it to the public's face that, oh, like, I'm so sorry about this. You will not see them like feel sorry, or coming out to defend their actions or their elections or their choices, their personal choices. They just give you like the silent treatment, and I think that that's power. That's power right there. The fact that they don't say anything, or that they just have that, like, probably that poker face that annoys a lot of people, and they call that like being cocky. And actually, it's not being cocky, it's about you being the owner of your own self. So if you know who you are and what you are worth, other people's opinions don't make you like it doesn't break you, it doesn't belittle you. Yeah, people take it too far. Even if you're not a fan, why so mad about an award? K-pop fans are something else. Yes, like, let the fandom enjoy. Let the girls enjoy, because they are good girls. They are good girls and they are popular. So, you know, you can stay mad all you want, but you cannot deny their influence. So, yeah. YG will be salty forever towards their girl groups. Yeah. And I think that the girls, they done really well, because probably they didn't release much when it comes to music, but they were active in other areas. And I think that that also is a sign of power, that it's not that they were in the dungeon. They could have stayed in the dungeon, but they weren't. So, um, they had been working. It's just that they have been working in different fields and individually, but this is why they are so known and so recognized these days, because the girls are, their image is everywhere, their presence is strong, so they have a lot of more resources. I mean, being honest, YG and Hype are privileged having neighbor, aka media power on their side. Yeah, this would fly with other idols. Yes, they are powerful. And how about, guys, do you know something about, you know the you know that the Dispatch concert, did it occur? The distance, or when is it going to happen? The Dispatch hostage concert. Does anyone know? Yeah, hostage concert. Oh, really? Oh my god, I didn't watch it. Oh my. Oh, it's not free though. Oh, I have to pay. Wow. Do they accept pesos? I have pesos. I have my own coin. I don't have dollars. I saw it really, but I did find videos in YouTube. Oh, yeah. We should like, yeah. It was only for Korea and Japan, I guess. It was not available for international fans. Oh, hi Marcela. Oh, mm, yeah. We here, we from we international fans, we never get the good stuff. And I want to see it. Now I'm curious. We have to find a link, guys. We have to pull out resources. Someone must have recorded this. Yeah, those people didn't bother to mention that. No way I'm going to pay money for a couple performance of songs that were performed million times before. Go Rim, go Rim. We need your honesty in these moments. Yes. Thank you. Thank you for the reality check. You can watch it only on the cinema. Oh, we have to go to the cinema even, Rim. Can you imagine? Oh my. It's like, hello, I'm here to see a K-pop. Oh, in my town, there's nothing K-pop related. Low, the prices of NCT 127 concert for LA and Newark. I don't know what's wrong with my cat today, but she had been like staring at me like constantly, and I don't know why. And Negrita is sleeping. She's scratching, and I'm scratching. We are both scratching. I'm going to show Luna to you so you get to know her. I'm sorry, guys. Because Negrita. Negrita is the black cat, and this is Luna. She is the oldest. She's my baby.
And Nerita is the wild one, the one that crawls into all the furniture and breaks stuff and drops things, and she's really wild, a really wild cat, especially in the early hours of the morning, 5 a.m. especially. But Luna is chill. Luna is the more like chill kind of cat, because maybe because she's older, but she has her moments also. Okay, guys, I'm going to pull some cards because I have to go cook and enjoy my day off. So I'm going to pull one card. We're going to make like 5 questions. So I do not have anything to write on, so I would appreciate if we keep, oh my, if we keep a sort of order. Virgo season equals order, so I can read the questions. Not personal questions, guys, just K-pop related. And then I'm going to go. Will YG go to jail? That youth is on trial. We can ask. Not jail? Yes, I was a bit startled when I saw the word jail. I was like, oh my. And then I remember that, yes, I know they are on trial. Well, let's pull a card for that subject. Oh, yeah, very straightforward. Parvati, Parvati came in like this Ace of Swords, like this. Um, I don't know if he will go to jail or not, but I think that definitely justice is going to be very harsh and direct with him, because the Ace of Swords, it's all about, okay, no BS. I mean, here is the truth. Here everything gets clarified. Like there's no moment for like fantasy or speculation. They have the data, they have the words, they have the records, they have the papers, they have the conversations, they have everything when it comes to intellectual. So probably the justice will be on him.
you know, like someone will be very direct towards him and a bit like harsh, cold, and also very analytical. So probably it's not going to be easy for him to get off of this sort coming to him. I think that here there's no like privilege, no convincing, no here, there's going to be a result very like, like, okay, here it is. That all you need to go, Jish. Yeah, something is definitely, the justice is going to be very straightforward with him. It's like, oh, you're getting this, and you will probably hear it. Wait, I have to open the for my cat. Yeah, the justice definitely has the eye on him. Justice has the eye on him. And it's going to be relentless. Since we talk about companies, I want to ask something about SM. Okay. But I can think of a specific question. Okay, Rim, but you are smart. Think about it. Think about that question, what you want to ask. The way HSH exposing him, he was supposed to go join the part with who shall never be named. Anything significant happen career, Mars? Anything significant happening career-wise this month for Han and Felix? Their birthdays are the 14th and the 15th of this month. Okay, for the Virgo guys, Han and Felix, significant happening. I think that what is significant going to happen for Han and Felix is that definitely their efforts are paying off. Probably these guys are either they are studying something or they had been working on something because they have this is Virgo earth sign energy, they definitely are being active about creating resources. So if they are investing their efforts and they are waiting for some kind of response or for someone to be like, okay, go for this is the card. The Knight of Pentacles is a card that talks that for them, when it comes to achievements, and actually achievements that have to do with stability and money, they are on their way, and actually they are going to be very successful. It's just that probably it's going to be a process that is going to take time. It's going to require them to be patient about this, but they are going to get the resources that they need. I don't know if they're studying, if they are finishing a career, if they are finishing like a project, but they are going to be like on a good path and they are going to be very successful. They are going to achieve the stability that they want. So this is going to be great for them. They are going to be working a lot, but probably it's going to be at their pace and on something that they are very passionate about, and probably something individual as well. Probably it's their individual project or desire. SM is busy not paying salaries to their idols by getting a free hug in their family concert. I never knew Felix was a Virgo. Oh my god. Is SM hands tied by China companies' involvements? Okay, Rin. Is SM hands tied by China companies' involvements? I would say yes. I would say yes. They are tied, but at the same time, they have privilege. In the sense that since SM is represented by this Queen of Swords, they they are very powerful. They also, yes, there are some, yes, the influence is there, but they also have a lot of intellectual properties of themselves, so they always have the resources. And I think that what actually makes them so successful is that they have the privilege of words and ideas and being futurist. I think that this is what ties them to China, their futuristic vision, thinking ahead, thinking outside the box. These are people that have a lot of ideas, a lot of ideas. And it seems like they're always thinking about new ways of being different and of bringing other technologies, other ideas, other concepts. Like they are probably a sort of company that they are really good at introducing new ideas, but yes, they are very cold as leaders. They are very cold and detached people. This is why probably if you feel like they don't treat your idols right, or that they don't talk about money, they don't make the right decisions when it comes to like preserving their idols mental physical health, is because in their perception they see themselves as this. They think that they are just, they think that they are fair, they think that they are the smartest, they think that they know it better. They definitely have the experience. So somehow, in this business, these kind of people are celebrated for this, because they have the right connections. They are very diplomat. They are always like looking for different ways to, through contracts and through manipulation with words, statements, like, oh, you said this to me, so I'm saying this, like they are really good at keeping records of everything. Very smart people, very smart people. So I think that there's an involvement there, but at the same time they are this Queen of Swords. So if they have to cut connections, they would do it. If they have to cut some people off, they will do it. They are actually very cold. They are very like strategic, and the company don't have like emotional attachment to anything. They just want to keep this vision of the future alive. So they will always be concentrated on what can we bring from the future to our present. So probably yes, neglecting like the people that are part of the present. If you notice, this Queen of Swords, she's looking, and her hand is she's inviting like what's to come. So their vision is always on the clouds. It's always like, okay, what can we reach from the future? What can we get? So I think that probably they are too mental, like too intellectual, they are too smart, but they don't have empathy. So yeah, it's all about words, it's all about communication. So they are not that helpless, they know what they're doing. But yes, they play mind games, they're really good at that. Recently, one of SM subdivision was going to sue their shareholders for not dissolving one of their planning company. Offshore account one. I think so. The old dude was on the hit list of Pandora paper, tax evasions and offshore accounts in Hong Kong. Yeah. I'm still wondering how he got away from the interval. Words, ideas, innovations, very much energy. They've been established during Aquarius season, makes sense. SM is such an Aquarius, also called detached too. No wonder they have so many Aquarius idols. Yes, yes, because Aquarius just, but this is also something that probably is what the Aquarius idols they choose adapt so well, and they don't take things personally. They just do their job and adapt to whatever is coming. They need air element kind of idols, because if you are too emotional, or if you are someone that has a lot of water placements, or if you have a lot of air placement, no, not air placement, fire placements, for example, you're going to always trying to break free of their dominance, because you want to be yourself. But with air people is different. Even my country newspaper cover Pandora papers article. We have celebs over here who were circling in invitation bureau. Now, don't SM on us rebuke that energy. SM is pure chaos. Will the boys work with House of Team again? What is House of Team? Kuromi, what is House of Team? Ah, yeah, I know. I know Summer. Yeah, but they feel so entitled, Rim. They feel so entitled. They are like this Queen of Swords energy. So they are obviously in denial. They are in this sort of like, oh, I am better, like I am above the law. I'm above these people. So they are in this sort of like, they think that they are better. They think that they are their smartest in the room. So with these people you cannot argue, especially, well, the people that hold the power. Of course, we are talking about the Queen of Swords, not the idols. We're talking about the people that runs the company. Makes me think of how much Taeyong struggled, especially back then. She's such a pure Pisces water energy. Yeah, but probably because her moon in Aries doesn't allow her to back down, or actually to quit. She is very responsible. She's also a born leader. So but yes, since she can be very, very intuitive, probably there were a lot of like changes constantly, that yeah, maybe she was able to survive because she has a flexible energy, being a Pisces. But sometimes it can be tiring. Sometimes it can be tiring that you cannot talk about how you feel, or that you cannot like express like the whole complexity of being a female, because we female, that's why when I tell you guys, like, even though we are not a fan of certain girl groups, like, we should support that the females are doing great, and that they're doing what they can with what they have available. That is not much. Sometimes boy groups, they do get other things or other possibilities, some privileges that females don't, you know. And you know what, you know in your own flesh what it's like to be a female. So imagine being a female and an idol and always being judged by your appearance. And I mean, male idols also get judged by their appearance, but we know that we female, we are this sort of machine of hormones and a lot of ups and downs through the months. So it's hard to be in this very competitive area when you are so emotional. Mm. The arrogance is extremely off brand as well. Mm. Most of the time, SM is caught stealing music or concept. True Aquarius energy would not try to restrict and mm. Yeah, yeah. This is why I tell you. You see, like the Queen of Swords position is like this. You know, always like, okay, what can I get like intellectually? What can I get from this and this and this and this and this and this? You know, like they're always like fishing. You know, like, you know, and they never stop because they're always connected. Not one, yeah. Kuromi, you didn't answer to me. What is house of the team? Because I don't understand. Will the boys work with I'm going to regard for that, but I don't know what hearts of the team is. But if they're going to work with them, um, Queen of Cups. Um. Oh, you answered. I didn't see it. Where? Oh, I don't see it. I don't see it, Gromy. But well, the card that they got is the Queen of Cups. I honestly think that the boys also, we have the Queen of Cups here. SM got the Queen of Swords, and the boys got the Queen of Cups. Um, so I think that actually, you know, there's a lot of ideas, there's a lot of creative like things going on for the boys. But let's not forget that the Queen of Cups is also someone that is very emotional. And we know that when I read for them, they got a lot of Cups cards, a lot of Cup suit cards related. And then again, we have the Queen of Cups. So I think that yes, they will continue working, they will continue like providing, but they are in a very emotional state right now. They are very emotional, which is not negative because actually they are represented by the Queen of Cups. So there's a sense of ownership also because the Queen is a leader. So it's not that they are in despair or that they, especially when we're talking about career wise, I think that the guys have a sort of like leadership over their issues, or over their creativity and what they show as a group. um I think that they will deep into different waters. You know, probably you will see like the boys experimenting with a lot of different genders and a lot of different like artists. Would it be like different people like coming with their cups of, you know, of creativity? Like, okay, they have a lot of um a lot of products, you know, a lot of projects. There's a lot of fluency. They definitely have a lot of ideas for new concepts. I would say that there's a lot. I don't know if maybe it's because some members have been writing, or there are some other people that had been like delivering their, their ideas. But when it comes to creativity, they are like the rulers. Like, I think that despite of everything that is going on with some members, the boys are actually in a moment of a lot of like fulfillment, creativity, probably a lot of ideas coming and going, like a lot of receptivity. Like, okay, like what can I absorb from this, like probably if they feel a bit like emotional, also writing about it, like taking ownership of your own emotions and building something from it, instead of keeping it inside or actually like struggling with that. Actually, it's like, okay, I'm going to take over this because this is mine, this belongs to me, and I'm going to create something successful for me. So I think that they are in this sort of very emotional times, a bit turbulent when it comes to feelings, like highs and lows. But they somehow, like, as artists, also this is like serving a purpose of them growing um, as artists and individuals. I think that they are going to come out stronger of this. That even if the waters are a bit turbulent right now, like you see, like a lot of like water, 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 water. But sometimes there's also a lot of growth here. So there's a lot of growth, a lot of possibility for expansion, a lot of possibility for them to actually, yes, keep working with different people and a lot of people, or other like artists and brands contacting them. So I think that this last part of the year is going to be very prosperous for them. There's a female also. They got the queen. They got the queen. So probably there's a female that could like bring some stability there. Mm. What you do in IT's update, reading like with the one you did for Stray Kids and the Boys? Yes, I'm planning on doing it. It's just that I didn't have time last week. But it's on my plans to do. Yes, I have to keep doing those. I have to do one for it. I talk about this on my last live. I was planning on doing it, but yeah, life happens. Sorry guys, I dropped two cards. Okay guys, I'm going to take one last question and then I'm going to go because I'm really tired and I have to cook. So if you have one last question. Oh, I don't remember. I don't remember dream. I lost count. Sorry, I have to open the door for my other cat. Girl generation, current energy. Let's see. The Hermit. Um, yeah, very interesting in the sense that actually the Hermit, it's like energy that talks about going inwards, about going into yourself, like, like going, like this after being exposed, after actually being like having a lot of experiences on the outside. And the Hierophant is like, okay, with all that experience, with all that information, with all that you went through, like, you probably, the girls want to, reclude themselves, but not in a, it doesn't have to be like being absent or like not being in the spotlight. It probably, like, it's about like taking the time to absorb what this experience had taught them. Probably this comeback has like somehow like been a sort of light to their individual or their own experiences as a group, and them acknowledging a lot of things about, like, a new perspective about their career or their role in the group, or who they are, as a group, their own identity. And they want to reflect on themselves. They want to, like, take this very valuous, very beautiful, like, experience, but also going inwards, like embracing their experience and taking it with themselves, and like doing some individual work. I think that the girls, I will say the girls, the women in the group, they are going through some kind of like transformation about their individuality, and probably about, what it's the purpose of the group, the identity of the group, where are they now, what are their motivations right now, because everything they went through a lot through these years. So, and how does it feel to be back, how was this experience, the reaction, how did they feel? There's a lot of like inner searching here. There's a lot of like, this is also like teaching them a lot about their own individuality, and where their individual lives is heading also. This is very deep, but this is also something very individual, because there are a lot of members, so not each one of them have their own perception of the experience. Maybe for them it's like, okay, I want to keep doing more of this, more of the exposure, more of the keep being on the spotlight. And for some of them it's going to be like, okay, maybe this has taught me that, yes, I had the comeback, I had fun, but maybe I want to, I don't know, like go back inwards, go back to focus on me. It was fun, but I want to focus on me and my internal growth, and my individual things. And some of them are like, oh, this actually taught me that I want to keep doing this, I want to be on the spotlight, and I want to keep creating, and I want to participate in different activities on the spotlight. So yes, this was an experience. The comeback and the concert was a sort of like light, um, that brought them awareness, or is bringing them awareness about themselves. So they need to go inwards to search the true meaning behind this. But it's a personal experience. It's something expersonal. But definitely it had moved them. It had changed them somehow. They are like seeing things like with a deeper meaning, like, oh wow, like this was intense. Like this woke a part of me that I had like a sleep. Probably part of the unconscious. Makes sense. They are a point in their careers where it's not needed for them to be very active. They achieve and experience so much already. Yes. It's just that I think that they are reviewing that. What does being successful mean for me? Like what is my perception of success? What is to be successful for me? This or something else? Like, it's very deep. It's very deep, but I think that it's very beautiful at the same time. Okay, guys, one more and then I'm going to go. I think that someone asked me, um, is TO1 Chan really suffering from health issues? Or how is that name called? Is it, I got the card. TO1 is it or 2-1? I don't know. I don't know how it's pronounced. I don't know. I don't know that group. But I got this, Samara. I got this, Samara. I don't know who that guy is, but he got the Six of Pentacles in reverse. So definitely whatever is happening, I think that it has to do with him not getting what he thinks that is being owed to him. I think that it's something about money. It's something that it has to do with money and retribution. Probably he feels like he didn't get what he was promised, or there's some kind of cheating here. Like there's something not. He feels a bit betrayed somehow. Not getting what he wants. And I think that it has to do with money. So yeah, I think that and probably, to be honest, I don't think he's going to get what he wants, or because it's not what he wants. I think that it has to do with numbers. It's something very mathematical, something very, like, it has to do with maths, it has to do with counting, and somehow like the numbers are not like matching. So I think that definitely, um yeah, I think that it's a bit like frustrating for him, because from his perspective it's not fair. But yeah, things probably are not that fair in general for that group. I don't know much about this, but yeah, it has to do with money. Okay, guys, I'm going to go because I've been here for 2 hours and I have to cook. I have to do a lot of things on a day that just passed by so quickly. But oh well, I'm glad I was able to connect and chat a bit with you. As always, it has been a pleasure. Thank you so much for being here, spending this Sunday with me. I know you have your own things to do, so I truly appreciate it that you're here. So yes, guys, I will try to upload some videos and readings on my channel in the week. So yes, thank you guys for being here as always. Have a great Sunday.